The watershed battle on the Magyar Plains ended in the victory of the Gallian forces. It made military history not only with its ferocity, but with the duel that ended it. The Imperial army then fell to retreat, while Gallia's grasp on victory tightened.
Alicia, are you all right?
Welkin... What happened? I can't remember. What did... I was shot, wasn't I? But here I am, alive and fully healed. And it's like... everyone looks at me differently now. Like they're scared. Welkin, has something happened to me? Tell me, please!
Alicia...
Report. Parting ways.
We're going to go ahead and go through this before we go to the HQ, because it's nothing but an entire story. So...
Sir, may I come in? Grease, any results on that thing I asked you to look into?
Yes, sir. For starters, this bullet you gave me. Its shape and markings perfectly match rounds used by an experimental Gallian sniper rifle.
I see. So Alicia really was shot by someone inside the Gallian force. So, any leads on who fired it?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, Grease.
The night before the shooting, records show Lieutenant Lanzet checked out the rifle.
What? Valdio had the gun? Are you sure that's not some mistake?
It's rare for a tank commander to ask for a sniper rifle, so the clerk remembered it. Sir, only 2 of those rifles exist right now. One is confirmed to be locked in the arsenal. The other was checked out to Lieutenant Lanzet and has yet to be returned. I can't. It's hard for me to believe, too.
Valdio? It couldn't be. Hey, Valdio. You in? I guess not. Notes on the Valkyrian race. The anthropology of the Valkyria. Maybe he was reading up on the enemy. This is his handwriting. Alicia must be made to awaken. What?
Alicia must be made to awaken. No matter how much I try, I can think of no other way. I almost wish I had never joined them on that expedition to the Barrius ruins. I'm convinced that the inner chamber was built to admit only Valkyria. But the door opened at her touch. That could only mean that the blood of their tribe courses through her veins. Still, I was shocked to find her bathed in that uncanny light that night in the field. Though I doubted my eyes, I never once doubted. That light was the Valkyrian blue flame. Ultimately, I had no choice but to accept the simple truth that Alicia is one of them. I'd already begun to question all I knew. The walls of the temple sanctum were inscribed with the Valkyria's account of history. History as it truly was. We are all taught of the Darkson calamity, and how their actions forever scorched the land. But this account told a different story. The Valkyria invaded this land from the north, slaying the indigenous Darkson people as they came. Their grasp of Ragnite technology and the art of war were vastly superior. They trained the destructive power of Ragnite on the Darkson's land, burned it to ash, then had the gall to pass the blame for their inhuman deeds off on their Darkson slaves. Darksons have borne that stigma ever since, while the Valkyria became godlike saviors. The victors simply rewrote the history books. The Barrius ruins promulgate a lie to all but their own descendants as hard fact. Reading about the Valkyria's power, the true face of these saviors, left me stunned. Yet at the same time, I can't help but think of how useful it could be to us now. Since then, I've investigated every text and report on the Valkyria I could find. They lead me to believe that at least a few scions of the Valkyria must have survived to this day. All across Europa, these rare individuals live and die unaware of their own nature. But history has recorded rare cases of individuals who have awakened to their powers. Their stories share one common thread. All of them suffered grave wounds before awakening. If those accounts are correct, the blood of the Valkyria stirs at the approach of death. Their power, having slept for thousands of years, bursts awake at one step shy of the end. Once awakened, if one of these individuals takes hold of the refined Ragnite arms of their ancestors, they make their mark on history as one of the Valkyria of old. I couldn't stop myself. I stole the Valkyrian lance and shield out of the university archive. Supposedly, their blood serves to amplify the Ragnite's natural power. I have no idea what science lies behind it. Perhaps it's a consequence of their origins in the Ragnite-rich northern regions. Regardless of the reason, the Valkyria's life force itself calls forth a reaction from the stone. The enemy Valkyria decimated our forces on the Magyar plains. I could not afford to stay my hand on account of ethics. I had the rifle, and I forced myself to use it. I shot her. I placed the lance and shield on her unconscious form. I was racked with insecurity and guilt, hands red with blood of my best friend's love. But now I know. The choice I made was right.
Valdio!
Hello, Lieutenant Gunther. Is something wrong?
Valdio, where is he?
Sir, Captain Virat just called him in. He left only a minute ago.
Valdio, I'm only going to ask you this once. Was it you who shot Alicia?
Yeah. I shot her.
Tell me why. Why did you have to shoot her?
The people. Gallia needed her. Now let me ask you a question. How else do you think we could have won that battle? If not for Alicia's power, Gallia would have most certainly lost.
I still can't.
And not just this battle. I'm talking about Gallia's future. How else are we supposed to survive Welkin? Caught on either side by giants. It's Alicia. Our Valkyria. She's the only one who can protect us from them.
Wrong. Our side gaining power won't end this war. All it does is escalate the conflict.
That's enough. Listen to each other. You may both be right, but still, you're both very wrong. I don't claim to have the perfect answer either. However, regardless of the reason, attacking one of your own comrades is deplorable. By Gallian military law, I remand you to the stockade until further notice, Valdio. And you, Welkin. 24 hours in isolation for engaging in fisticuffs.
Chapter 15, Citadel Ghirlandaio.
Okay, back to the headquarters. And let's see what rewards I get.
Lieutenant Welkin Gunther, step forward.
Okay.
In honor of your manifold accomplishments, you are hereby awarded this honor.
Highness, it's an honor.
And I get a medal for taking part in Magyar Plains battle and winning! Because the plot told me so.
Furthermore, for your squad's exemplary performance in the final battle, this royal award.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Yay! I get another royal weapon!
May your allegiance to Gallia stand firm evermore.
Alrighty, Quentin Flynn, do you have anything to teach me? I love how I haven't called half these guys by their character names and just their voice actors' names.
Hello again, son. I'll teach you artillery support today.
Ooh!
Use it to call down a barrage of artillery fire that covers the entire combat zone.
Ooh, gimme!
Well, what is your decision?
Gimme, gimme, gimme! Gimme, gimme, gimme!
Very good. I hope we'll meet again.
Gimme, 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 gimme. Castlefront Street.
Hey! Oh!
Rising Star, I
couldn't
know.
help but snipe 'em
I
with
used a lot of shock troopers and such. Okay, let's see. The morning of the 28th brought news of the Gallian forces' victory at Magyar. Though the exact figures are still unclear, it's safe to say that the win came at a significant cost in Gallian life, with at least as many Imperial casualties to match. That cost might have been far greater had a second Valkyria not emerged from the Gallian force, in a duel fought with the lance and shield of legend. It was a Gallian woman who claimed victory, and the remaining Imperial defences fell soon after. Though army officials have issued no comment on the Gallian Valkyria, the survivors of Magyar likely have her to thank for their lives. And refugee issue crosses the border. The EHRI, European Human Rights Initiative, has asked the continent's leaders to address the mounting refugee problem. Armed conflict and displaced people have long gone hand in hand, but the current condition of Europe has refugee numbers higher than ever recorded, and the question of how to help them is fast becoming a paramount issue. EHRI volunteers are slated to be sent to camps all over the continent to offer much-needed food and medical treatment to their inhabitants. Ben Tamal, an EHRI spokesman who was working on behalf of the refugees for 2 decades, stated, Man's hope for peace are hollow without the will to cast aside superficial differences in race, nature and religion in order to win it. Any new material?
Da, 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 da.
Yep, new material. Oh god. This is gonna be a lot. Let's see, and I think there's one more, but I can only get it on New Game Plus. I believe
Come
I
back
can
and
only
see
get
the
it.
writing on the wall again soon.
Without completing the game, that's it. Yeah. Oh, but I got so many of these to do now.
Report. Flower of the battlefield.
Okay, that was the last one, but I'm gonna do... Christ, I gotta go far back for these.
Report. What lies beyond hate.
Okay, and then the last one is all the way back... And this is far.
Report. Signs of awakening.
Okay, let's do this one, because it's the furthest back.
Hey, Welkin.
I had to check some of that.
They called you in too, Faldio?
Yeah, looks like they've got all the squad leaders assembled. Must be something big.
It looks like all of you made it. You've probably already guessed why you're here now. The militia will be staging a suppression op, using all of its forces.
A suppression op, Captain?
As you know, the Empire has a series of camps spread throughout the Various Badlands. Each of your squads will work separately to strike them simultaneously.
I see. If we attack them at the same time, we won't have to worry about reinforcements.
Correct. Welkin, your squad will take the camp located atop the northern Varius Mesa.
Yes, Captain.
The operation begins tomorrow morning. Be sure you're fully rested.
Okay, mission time.
Let me catch you up on the current situation.
The remnants of the Empire's force were spotted setting up camp in the highland region of the Various Badlands. Your squad will split up between north and south to cut off their escape route. Then you'll have to weather their counter-offense as you make your way to the summit. Your objective here is to occupy their base camp. Okay, so... there we go. Vice, Edie, Niles, that'll do.
You'll commence combat now.
Okay, commencing the combat.
This one's gonna be big! Be careful out there, Sevens! Squad 7, move out!
What kind of weirdos would set up camp at the top of a rocky hill like this?
Well, gravity makes attacks from high places more dangerous.
Maybe that's it. Either way, we should watch out for fire from above.
It also gives them a superior vantage point. First thing I'm gonna do...
Alright, listen up!
Test out my new order.
Clear out the enemy with artillery support!
Let's do this thing.
Okay, onwards.
Ah, this place is a dust trap.
You're fine.
Ain't no stopping me.
See, you're fine.
Concentrate your fire!
New target sighted.
Man down. Everybody be careful.
I think that's really the best part here, is that with the artillery strike thing,
I'm on.
I can actually essentially finish this almost instantly. Like, it is so broken.
New target sighted.
And then that happens!
Let's do this thing. Here I come.
Okay, let's get Largo up here.
Been waiting here.
No particular reason, I just want to have a Lancer up here with me. Also, hey buddy.
You're done. Who are these guys?
Okay, that turn. I should actually be able to finish it in just this one turn. That's the sad part. Ooh, that's a tank. And there goes the sniper. There's the tank again. Luckily, tanks cannot capture. Nah, miss. Guys, no! I'm sure we'll be fine.
Let's do this thing. New target sighted. Enemy sighted.
That's quite a few of them.
Who are these guys?
Roger. I'll destroy you.
Man down.
Stay with us. It won't be long now.
Please, help. Don't leave yourself open.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah!
Good.
You're doing well. Just keep it up.
Okay, all I need to do now is give Rosie a defense boost.
This is an order! Brace up and get ready to defend yourself.
And now for the really easy part, hopefully. Probably.
Ain't no stopping me.
And burn everything. And next turn it'll be GG.
Let's do this thing.
But before I do end it... Okay, now I can occupy, can't I? I'm gonna squeeze a little bit more XP out of this.
Been waiting here. Enemy sighted. Enemy sighted.
Don't give them an opportunity to attack.
Here, have a couple.
There we go. Got a little bit more experience out of this.
All right.
Now to just finish it.
Let's do this thing.
2 turns, that's all it took.
Ah, this place is a dust trap.
Oh, calm down, Rosie. You're about to occupy the camp and win. See? 2 turns, that's all it took. Just 2.
Operation complete. We took their base.
And I got an A rank. And because I did this after Chapter 10, I got an achievement for it. Which means I get a medal. Yay!